residents over age 60 now make up more than 25% of Bergen County's population. With that population expanding and living longer, aging in place has become the rallying cry for those who resist moving into senior housing or retirement villages. Over 350 neighbor-to-neighbor virtual villages throughout the United States have become increasingly vital for such older adults, those who want to age in their own homes or in affordable housing in their community. A member of one of those villages relates how she plays bridge with her friends, volunteers at church and for charities. She continues to drive and remains socially engaged, but she can't handle all the household chores she would manage. She lives far from family members who might offer a helping hand, and financial resources are being depleted. But village volunteers fill that gap for her. Baby boomers are aging with many such cultural changes, and that requires innovative thinking. Not only are families not living in the same geographic communities, but their younger neighbors are often preoccupied with working and kids. We are reluctant to look across the fence to see if older neighbor is all right, because trespassing or violating privacy laws makes us tread more lightly. Local senior centers have activities, but many retirees shy away because baby boomers don't want to think of themselves as seniors. I understand that. The underserved, moderate income population that Elizabeth Davis highlighted is so critical. They're not being addressed. They are underserved, and they need to be recognized. That is a rapidly expanding population here in Bergen County. Bergen County municipalities provide them some free or low-cost services ranging from transportation to nutrition to fitness programs to crisis intervention, but they are finding themselves hard-pressed to keep up with the age wave while losing their autonomy in the push for sharing services. To meet these cultural shifts and the reality of understaffed government agencies strapped for cash to meet growing demands, the village movement is bringing a wave of volunteerism and peer-to-peer networking that is gathering strength and proving itself to be sustainable throughout the United States. Lending a helping hand is the village's lifeblood. Brigades of volunteers, often only a decade younger than the folks they're helping, provide rides to the doctor or grocery store for members who no longer drive, and check in on housebound older members. They also haul seasonal furniture and equipment out of the basement. They connect hoses and change light bulbs and smoke alarm batteries, all the stuff that becomes more and more difficult to just manage. Some villages also function as lobbying groups, advocating for public improvements like sidewalk curb cuts and other age-friendly policies. Although sufficient affordable housing in Bergen County is not on the horizon to accommodate the growing numbers, learning about co-housing, shared housing models could open the doors for some older adults. Education is a key factor in the village movement. Most villages offer referrals, helping members connect with discounts at local businesses, vetted care providers, and other senior services. And for many, the social activities, the book groups, the lectures, the museum visits are the most popular draw. When your best friend dies or moves away and it's a Saturday night, a local village lets you meet new neighbors with whom you can enjoy a movie or a play. In some of the newer villages with less affluent populations, organizers are attempting to bridge cultural differences between diverse communities of immigrants who speak a variety of languages. And immigrants from countries such as India, Uganda, and Guatemala have already set up neighborhood hamlets within existing virtual villages. These grassroots efforts start with those who feel that they don't know their neighbors well enough, and they care enough about worrying about people falling through the cracks. These grassroots villages start with people who already help older adults and worry about what's going to happen when they're not around. Other organizational efforts are motivated when one member of a group that meets regularly suddenly becomes ill or has an accident. And overnight, their life changes. Who can help and when? What are the needs? Finally, how can we ensure that if another member of our group needs help, that there is a process in place that we will feel comfortable tapping into? That's village membership. That's why the organization and belonging and having that insurance is important. Each village has its own character and structure, working with existing organizations and services and filling in local gaps, never duplicating what's already there. Each village identifies its own governing board, and based on the cost of operations, what the gaps are in that community, what the needs are, they decide what the charges, the membership fees are, and they adjust fees for members